Today, we're going to be talking about the prices here with Baby Doge and what just happened inside of the market. So it's actually a very important detail what just happened. We just now seen Bitcoin break down below 120K, and now we're going back down towards 112K. That is that support right here at the Fibonacci, about 114, 115K, somewhere around there. But we also have some little minor areas around 112K right over here. And then you can also see that we have the next support of 105K after that. So that's really what we're paying attention to right now. So do not be alarmed by the drop. We are still in a bull market for Bitcoin. Let me say that again. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but we are still in a Bitcoin bull market. The only thing is, though, you see here on the RSI, like I mentioned in my previous video, looks like the RSI is trying to break down a little bit more. I said it could reverse, but obviously it did not do that reversal. We're now seeing the RSI going down in a steeper downtrend. It's going to be just like how I did right here. It's going to bottom out probably about halfway. If it goes all the way down, the RSI, then we are going to end up seeing this going down to 105K. But if we go down halfway, we might just stop, like I said, around 112K. We might stop around 112K and do like a false breakdown and then continue to go up from there. That would be shown by us going down halfway on the RSI here. This is the daily chart, by the way, for Bitcoin. Why does this matter for Baby Doge? Now, this matters for Baby Doge because Bitcoin is pulling the whole market down. Bitcoin is down 4.9%. Everything else is down. Everything else is doing bad numbers as well, just because Bitcoin is pulling everything down. So it's no surprise that none other than Baby Doge is down as well. So yeah, we're down 4.3% in the last 24 hours. Doesn't seem that bad. 7% in the last 7 days, 13% in the last 30 days, and we're only up 21% in the last year, which is pretty sad. But even let's move off of that. Let's not even talk about that. 21% down in a year is crazy, or up in a year is crazy when everything else is doing bigger numbers. But we're gonna move on from that. Let's talk about what's going on with the prices here with Baby Doge. So I mentioned this level here being at 1250. I've gotten pretty good at tracking Baby Doge's prices. I have all these minor resistance areas and minor support areas, and it usually hits them to a T. And that's because these are areas that we have hit prior times before over and over again. We always hit these same levels. And that's why I marked these minor resistance and minor support areas, because they've always been critical levels for us time and time again here in the past. As you can see, I'm not even planning this. I'm just going through here and showing you these levels where we tapped it. So this is a very important level. We're bouncing off that 1250 area. But let me tell you, if Bitcoin does continue down, let's say if Bitcoin breaks down, goes below this 114K level, closer towards 112K, then what we'll see is Baby Doge breaking down too. So if Bitcoin goes down to about 112K, we go down to this next minor support area of about 8Z 1150 and 1175. That's that support, 1150 to 1175. It's a range. So we don't know exactly what it's gonna do, but it's gonna be around 1150 to 1175 if we see Bitcoin going down to about 112K. Now, if we see Bitcoin breaking that level to even lower levels, then what we'd end up seeing is eventually us getting down to 105K. And what that would look like with Baby Doge is us going down to 8Z11 and possibly even 8Z1. So we have these levels, and this is why I keep saying Baby Doge is super bullish. It's so close to the bottom. It doesn't matter how much Bitcoin goes down. Baby Doge is near its all-time low. So it's literally not that much risk to the downside when you look at it from that perspective, because even if Baby Doge does pull back, it goes down to 8Z1, you're only losing 20%. And you're only really losing if you sell, but never mind that. You're only losing 20%, right? And then let's say that it goes all the way down even further to 9Z8 and 9Z7. We haven't seen that in a while. But if it hits that Fibonacci at 9Z8, wow, you lost 35%. And I know it probably sounds bad saying that, but you lost 35%. Boohoo. Look, Baby Doge always goes back above 8Z1. 8Z1 is literally that bottom level that it likes to either stay at or just consolidate at. It's the level that is usually the bottom, but the very, very bottom is like 9Z7, 9Z8, 9Z9. you can get at 9Z. And when I say 9Z, again, 9 zeros after the decimal place, 8Z, 8 zeros after the decimal place. If we went down to 9Z9, we are at such a good level of buying. If we do 9Z7, 9Z8, and you do not buy up, then you made a mistake. Those are the levels that you want to buy up at. These levels are good too. I like it around 8Z1, which is all the way about down here to 20%. But the problem with that is we don't always hit 8Z1. 8Z1 is the bottom, yes, but we don't always hit that. Sometimes we stop right before that and stop at 8Z1100 or something, right? And that's literally going down 11% from where we are now. But let's say this. Let's go ahead and take this chart here and let's draw it up again. And let's just say from 8Z1 to 8Z11, like still 11%. We're talking about 11%. Like you can get in at 8Z11. You can get in at 1250. It's not that big of a deal. 11 to 20%. These are still good levels. I would say a little bit in now. Like let's say you had 1,500 in now, and then let it drop a little bit more. 250 in around 1100. And then if it does go down to 8Z1, you can put another 250 in, and then boom, you have 1,000 in. But even at that, I would I would just be looking at these levels because if it really recovers from this level here, I mean the upside potential is way larger than the downside potential, right? The upside potential here is much larger. So that's just my perspective. It's just how I see it. You can see it completely differently if you want. But yeah, to me, getting in at these levels still nice. But it's even nicer if you can wait till it hits 11. Okay, that's pretty much what I got here. Personally, I would be stopping right here at this Fibonacci at 11. This is, I'll give you the exact number. This is 8Z11. 11. That's what it's looking like here. So that would be the number that I would prefer to stop at here with the prices. And I'm just going to zoom all the way in so we can get that exact Fibonacci level. So again, this Fibonacci, I took it from the swing low, which is down here at the bottom, all the way up to the swing high, all the way up to the top of the recent swing. And now what we're seeing right here, 11, 12. So let's just say 8Z111. That's where you want to buy in at, 8Z111. That is the target price. And it might stop before that. It might stop at 1150, or it might just stop where it already did at 1250 and go up from there. But these are just levels, key levels that you want to watch for. We're at very good buying levels. These are not the prices that you want to sell at. So anyone who is wondering or asking a question or thinking about asking a question or have asked a question and I haven't answered you and you said, hey, is this a good time to buy? Is this a good time to sell? These current levels here are not good times to sell. We are so close to the bottom and the all-time low. You will be doing yourself a huge disservice for selling at these prices. These are accumulation prices. These are buying prices. These are the prices that you buy in at. You do not sell at these prices. These are the best prices to buy from 1250 all the way down to 8Z1, all the way down to 9Z9. Like these are good ones. All right. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got for y'all today. And I'm still bullish on the market, so it is what it is though. Let me know what you guys think about this. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this. And as always, I'll be back with another video.